Earlier this week, everybody ran with the report and the story that City were preparing a 100 million offer for Harry Kane.
Everybody, but not us, not the Gab and Juls show.
Not the Gab and Juls
Just to be
show.
clear.
Yeah, we were maybe a bit skeptical. And now our colleague Rob Dawson on the website reports that City are ready to wait another year before trying to get Harry Kane. I guess you're not surprised by that now.
Yeah, I mean, look, reading between the lines on Rob's piece, I think it's more... City, by the way, not necessarily confirming that they made the £100 million bid because
Spurs saying that they didn't.
Spurs say we haven't received any bid. Yeah. Maybe they're still preparing it. I don't know. I don't quite know what you need to do to prepare. Like, if it's £100 million, it's got to be cash, right? So you just write 1, 0, I mean, whatever.
You know when you take the train at the station and it says on the board, it says preparing.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes it takes a long time. I don't know whether it's the same for City. They're preparing. It says on the board.
It's not like they need to sell players to get the £100 million, right? They do have an owner and just write a check for £100 million. But we said this all along. The guy has 3 years left on his contract, right? He doesn't have any leverage to demand a move unless he wants to throw a tantrum and say, I'm going to refuse to play for the club I've supported since birth. Okay, fine. That's how you can force a move.
You're right.
But I don't see Harry Kane doing that. So I don't know who's advising him. Well, reports suggest that it's his family members. Maybe they don't have a lot of experience in this. This is not the way you get a move. And from City's perspective, Dawson is reporting that City think that 100 million may not be enough this summer, but it might be enough next summer. I'll tell you what, City, I think, will still buy a center forward if they don't get Harry Kane.
Yeah, I agree.
And next summer, if that center forward does well, there may not be room for Harry Kane. Simple as. Bild in Germany report that Manchester United have made a €90 million bid for Jadon Sancho, which, funnily enough, Jules, matches Borussia Dortmund's asking price.
Here we go.
Now, this has gone on forever. We've been told all along. We've been reported. I've been told by people close to the club. Jan Fjortov has spoken to people closer to the club, close to Sancho, that personal terms are agreed.
Yeah.
So now, if Dortmund wanted 90 million and they've offered 90 million euros, does it mean that it's done?
It is happening, Gab. It will be done very soon. I actually thought that he would have been
Why
done.
Why not now? What do they need to
week.
do?
No, it's all good. I think you just lawyers will take the contracts, go through the structure of the deal. I think which I think took the longest of that time with all the add-ons and bonuses. But it's done. They want to sell him. They want to buy him. He wants to go to United. This is perfect. And I think this is a good amount of money for Jadon Sancho at his age and what he can bring to that team at Old Trafford. I think they should be ready to have a new number. What number is available?
I don't know what number he wants to wear, but I'll tell you what. Would it be funny if the minute he becomes a Premier League player, the minute he becomes a United player, he suddenly starts for England?
Yeah, it was, and maybe Southgate didn't start him, so his price would stay at this level because had he done really well, Dortmund could have said, actually, you know what, he's better than we thought. Give us an extra 20 million.
Agent Gareth?
Exactly.
We joke, Gareth. We joke.
We're only joking.
Yeah, relax.
Playing the United cards. Inter Milan have signed Hakan Calhanoglu as a free agent from crosstown rival Milan. Gab, do you like this deal? And how is this going to go down for the derby with Milan fans?
I think, look, Calhanoglu has been at times very good, at times not so good. He's been inconsistent. Milan put a value on him. It was €4 million a season net. Inter offered 25% more than that, so he took the deal. I've praised Milan for sticking to their guns. I don't think Calhanoglu at his age is worth €5 million a year net in pandemic. Doesn't change the fact Milan need to find an alternative. From Inter's perspective, it's a free. The insurance will be paying Christian Eriksen's salary until he comes back. So you can slot Calhanoglu in there, even save a little bit of money because Calhanoglu makes about a third less than Eriksen. Yeah. It's not a long-term view, but we don't know what's going to happen with Eriksen. They need somebody to replace him. True. Obviously, Milan needs somebody in that position, and I'll be curious to see how they operate with that. They're trying to...
Hakim Ziyech, maybe?
Hakim Ziyech has been mentioned. I think he'd be a tremendous signing. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Ziyech is an upgrade on Calhanoglu, frankly.
100%.
So, maybe Milan do come out ahead if they play their cards right. Meanwhile, the Achraf Hakimi saga rumbles on at Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you put rumbles on. I think the deal is very close to be done. PSG up the offer, Leonardo and
To how much?
Pochettino.
What are they actually? Because
70 million euros. And you know what? Inter...
Is that net? Sorry, so 70 million cash.
Yeah, and Inter are going to say, hey, thank you very much. The most expensive fullback in the history of the game. I think you overpay, but he's your only choice if you want to strengthen that position at right back or right wing back, whatever, that right-hand side channel. So I really expect PSG are very confident this one will go through. Leonardo is very confident. And Inter need that money too. And right now, only PSG is offering anything for Hakimi or for anybody else in that squad.
If they go to 70 million for Hakimi, then, yeah, I think Inter, because they need the cash.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I would have rather sold Lautaro. I think strikers are easier to replace, weirdly, than people like this. But maybe there was no market. So, fine. I mean, they're in a hole. They need actual, real cash money.
The Madrid press seems certain that Sergio Ramos will either go to Manchester United or to PSG. As you are certain, Gab?
No, I'm not as certain.
Thank you. Me neither.
Look, this is one thing I never get about people at this stage of their career. We've seen it with Zlatan and others. I have no idea how much Sergio Ramos expects to be paid from his next contract. He obviously famously said after the fact that he would have played for free for Real Madrid. That's fine. They put a contract in front of you. It wasn't for free. It was a big pay cut. You didn't consider it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to read into it. If I'm Ramos, I think I can help either team because I think still he is a better player, but equally there's a price on it. You're coming off a long injury. I'd love somebody to go and put their money where their mouth is. And say, you know what? I made so much money in my career. The clock is ticking. I want to play for one of these two iconic clubs. I don't care.
But he's not going to do that.
I'll pay for $500,000 plus bonuses, just for the experience of doing it.
Yeah.
Right? Go out and show me something like that. I'm tired of all these athletes talking about, it's such a dream come true.
I know.
At this stage, you've made more money. You've made enough money. You have nothing to prove. You've won the Champions League. You've won the World Cup. You've done everything, right?
Yeah.
But, something tells me it's not going to happen. And something tells me that neither United nor Paris Saint-Germain are going to necessarily go and say, I need to give you, 15 million euros a year net.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think so.
The thing is, United,
I don't think they should.
United need a centre-back as a starter, an improvement on Lindelof, for example, and Maguire. PSG already have Marquinhos and Kimpembe. So for PSG's point of view, why would you go and spend all that money on someone who's 35 years old, who's going to be on the bench? Because there's no way he can come in and replace one of those two.
Well, if he's fit and on top of his game, he's better than Kimpembe.
Come on.
If you get the best Sergio
I
Ramos.
would pretend I didn't hear this. Staying in Madrid, Martin Odegaard says that they want him back. Does this mean no Arsenal and no move back to the Premier League, Gab?
Yeah, I saw these quotes. I think this is a little bit like Gareth Bale saying, they want me back. Dude, you're under contract. Yeah, you got to go back.
You have to go.
I think the big difference between Odegaard and Bale is that if they could persuade somebody to take Bale away, they would. Yeah. Odegaard, from my understanding, is Ancelotti said, look, you're here. You're one of the younger players. You're obviously talented. I want to see what you can do. And I want to make you part of my midfield rotation, right? He's likely to play a three-man midfield.
Yeah.
If you add Odegaard and Valverde and maybe Blanco into the mix, then you've got alternatives in each position, and the other three guys, Valverde, Blanco, and Odegaard, are young.
Yeah.
So I think it totally makes sense for them to keep him.
But if they get a 50 million offer for him, they might just decide to let him go and cash in.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you right now. I wouldn't. No. I wouldn't because then you've got an Isco situation, and then you don't know if he's fit, is he not fit. But hey, we know who's in charge of that club. And it's not us.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.